Another video, my friends. A few years ago, I developed the mechanical cortical cleaving technique for posterior polar cataracts, in which a mechanical separation of the cortex from the capsular bag is performed all the way around the lens equator, with no hydrodissection done. Observing its outstanding effectiveness, I started to perform the sweep and spin without hydrodissection in selected cases. I was amazed at how consistently it released the capsular bag contents as a whole mass, with no attached cortex left, even more than when performed with prior hydrodissection. It performs better in soft to medium hardness nuclei. It also works in harder nuclei, but I consider the zonular traction excessive in these instances. When a large part of the cortex has been mechanically detached from the capsule, the remaining cortex continues to be cleanly separated, similar to a sticker being peeled off. In the sweep phase, the long chopper traverses the lens equator, mechanically detaching the cortex by about 180 degrees, then engages the nucleus and begins to rotate it, finalizing cortex detachment. The spin phase involves several clockwise and counterclockwise rotations to ensure the full release of the cortex and lens epithelial cells. The contents of the capsular bag are released as a whole mass. The applied forces are tangential and, therefore, distributed across the entire zonular apparatus with no radial stress. Nucleus management can then be performed. In this case, mechanical fracturing pre-chopping was done before pieces emulsification. When hydrodissection is not performed adequately, the fluid wave moves within the cortex layer rather than along the proper path, which should be between the cortex and the capsular bag to separate them. This will leave cortex attached to the capsule. The sweep and spin hydroless technique avoids that, ensuring complete cortex release. This marks a paradigm shift. We are accustomed to seeing hydrodissection as one of the essential steps in Phaco surgery. Please observe the completely pristine capsular bag, without even the common wispy cortex strands remainders. Achieving complete cortex release provides a significant advantage by removing the need for additional cortex management steps, where most posterior capsule ruptures usually happen, and also allows for considerable time savings. Have you tried that? Thank you for your attention.